Yo, what is going on YouTube? Welcome to episode 116 of the Casual Weebs podcast. Another phenomenal week in anime. Or was it? Have you listened to MGK's, what is it, JJK song?
Oh my god,
I
thank
wanna
you, bro.
fucking jump off a bridge. Bro, the anime's not cool anymore. It went from being uncool to being cool to now MGK single-handedly being like, actually, it's not that cool. Maybe we should be quiet about this now. Like, that's awful. So bad.
Bro, that was hard to listen to. The whole six eyes technique thing. It's like, wow. Actually, if you read the manga,
Bro,
that was killing me.
it's not that it's like wrong, you know what I mean? Like most of it was inaccurate, you know what I mean? It just sounded like shit, you know. It just everything about it was just like he has no idea what he's talking about. Can he even rap? Like fucking off. Someone kept making jokes because he said, what is it, Chainsaw Man? I'm the rap devil or whatever, and it's like, yeah, the jokes write themselves. Like you are so shit. Rap's afraid of you. Like that's insane. Like
It's so good. I can't imagine he didn't get dragged for it. Like, I mean, he's a musician or a rapper, whatever you know him as. His flow was booty on that whole verse. Like, I'm sure he's got much better stuff, but yeah, Rap Devil, definitely not what you want to be. I love that though. That's a good joke.
Dude, it was so bad, but other than that, actual anime this week was pretty fire. It was pretty good. The season, honestly, is stacked. It's so enjoyable. Like, there's not many, like, huge moments where it's like, oh my god, this was insane. It's just like, wow, it's like really, like, I look forward to, like, all of them every single week, and it's just, like, such a good watch. Especially young ladies who play fighting games, so I gotta get right into that. Mio's mom has got to be the GOAT of this season. Like, just so fucking funny how she has that same, like, ladylike demeanor, which is, like, very sweet, very innocent, but it's like, yo, I'll bash your fucking skull in. Like, and I'll do it with a smile on my face and sounding all sweet. Like, we were talking about it right before we started recording. And she had her video game addiction, which again is so funny because like relatable. You know what I mean? We've all had those moments with our parents where it's like, stop playing the fucking video games. It's like all you can think about. You know what I mean? Or with anime. And then she's like, all right, you wanna play video games so bad? You have to get through me. You know what I mean? And she's like, don't you forget, I taught you karate. Like, I'm still the teacher here. First move breaks her arm. The second move goes straight for the head. And let's be honest, I thought she was gonna take her head clean the fuck off. Like, the way that like she was looking, I was like, oh, dude, Mio's dead. Like, that's insane. Like, okay. And honestly, obviously, she stopped. But, like, that, like, backstory with her mom, like, the whole video game arc, so fucking funny.
Dude, amazing. I was cracking up. Like, the way she starts that backstory is like, you know, first day of junior high, I knew I was in hell. Like, classes were 5 minutes longer. You know, they were 50 minutes long. And she's just going on and on about the tests and homework and like, I forget how she phrased it. It was like the spiritual turmoil was unbearable. I'm like, you know, kind of relatable. Everybody kind of hates schoolwork to a degree.
Yeah.
But when she got to the part with her mom, I was saying this before we hopped on. Like she hits her, you know, her fighting stance, and then it's like, you know, of course, you know, the mom likes fighting games too. And then she absolutely rocks her shit. And she's got like the Conquerors hockey coming off the fist. I was like, oh my god, she's actually not playing at all. But that whole thing was super funny. And then the other girls' reactions were like, are you serious? Like, are we supposed to be taking this story seriously? And she's like, oh yeah, I'm dead serious.
But then they end up going and meeting her mom, trying to convince her to be like, oh yeah, like we're going to Japan, it's a vacation. I mean, not Japan, obviously not Japan. Tokyo, it's a vacation, we're going to sightsee, all of that. And she's like, oh, it really has nothing to do with video games. Like, oh, that's so great. I thought it'd be about video games. Are we sure it's not about video? And she has like demeanor where she's like again, like a demon lord like status, like aura, and everyone's like, oh fuck, like yo, Mio wasn't lying. Her mom's actually kind of possessed.
I'm scary as shit. Yeah.
Like yo, let's get the fuck out of here. Like it has nothing to do with video games. And Mio's like shitting her pants, be like, look it, I got a 100. I wanted to really study so I can go. And then she's like, okay, like sounds good. And it's like, all right, we made it out alive, boys. We're going to Tokyo.
And like we were kind of talking about this last week too. Like, you know, we'll kind of get some tournaments. They were talking about, I think it was EOS is the name of the tournament. So, like, we'll get to see them probably playing different people, even if they're, like, strangers or, like, NPCs in the story. So I think that'll really be sick. But, yeah, the part where they're, like, they finally realized, like, she wasn't playing about her mom. And also, like, I was like, you know, she did great on her tests or exams. Who cares if she plays video games all vacation, you know? That's kind of like summer vacation. That's half of the point.
Let's also not forget that, like, she got fucked. Because her mom even says, like, oh, you can have video games back if you get good grades and get to a high school of my choosing. And she's like, bet. And then she does it and gets tricked into a high school that doesn't allow, it's like a boarding school that doesn't allow video games. She's like, what the fuck? Like she literally passed her test, you know what I mean? She did what you wanted and, like, got tricked and got screwed over. So that's fucked up. But yeah, I don't get why it doesn't matter if you have good grades, just play video games. But it's so funny because like she really is like her mom, where she has like again, like at school she has that very like the white lily, you know what I mean? Like oh my god, she's so perfect, but then like she's a degenerate gamer. Like
Yeah.
Mio is as degenerate as it gets too. Like it's so funny and like her reactions are hilarious. That group is just so good. The way that they each react to different things, like their attitudes, it's just fucking priceless. I love when they got to Tokyo and the one girl's like, all right guys, let's go sightseeing, and they're all like like blind as closed, like playing video games. Like, yo, why would we go outside? Like,
I
we have a tournament to like lock in for. And she's like, yeah, all right, fine. Like, let me play at least, you fucking assholes. You know what I mean? It's just like she gave up. She's like, yeah, we're not leaving this room this entire trip.
Dude, it's so funny. I love their dynamic. You're totally right. Like their reactions to stuff is super funny, and like this anime does a good job of like emphasizing some of the comedic moments. Like we talked about like the reactions and like the blood and gore of some of the scenes, like when
Mhm.
they're joking around and stuff. Definitely like this anime I think so far has really exceeded my expectations, but I'm looking forward to the tournament and kind of like this whole Tokyo vacation because I feel like it'll bring them together, and then you'll probably get more of like the world or characters introduced too.
I mean, we've already started. I'm excited about that. We're introduced to the two guys who seem like they're really good, and they're also in the opening, so we know that they're gonna be like the
Yeah.
big end game competitors at this tournament. You know what I mean? And the one dude, he even didn't even mean to do it. He's like, I just wanted to play a couple games before bed. Accidentally won 99 ranked games straight. Like, oops. Okay. He's gonna
Hate
be
when that
good.
happens.
I know, right? But then he goes against somebody, and he's like, yeah, it's probably gonna be a 50-50 if I win this, which, by the way, love the character already. I hate when someone's, like, really good and they have, like, that fucking, like, ego. Like, I like how he's like, all right, no, this
Mm.
person's good. Like, I've seen them in the rank space, recently. Like, it's probably a 50-50 chance I win this one. Ends up losing 2-0, which is pretty crazy. We end up seeing it again. It's this other, like, little girl who's, like, this demon child of, like, fighting games. So we have our characters, it seems like, our players for, like, the end game of this tournament. So I'm really excited to see it, especially because a lot of tournaments can be like really like awesome like arcs in anime. Shangri-La Frontier, that is one that is currently in progress. Again, dude, you have to watch this anime. It is so fucking good, and I'm telling you, there's nothing greater in anime than Shangri-La Frontier edits. I'm just saying, I cannot skip one
Hell yeah.
when I see it on TikTok. You'll know why. There's a couple like lines that are just like super hard, but also in Wandance, that tournament was also really really cool. That was like what, a season or two ago. That was like really enjoyable. So I cannot wait to see the fighting game tournament in this aspect. Now I think it's going to be really fun, but also really cool because we've only seen the two girls really fight a lot. You know what I mean? The other two are kind of just in the background, and I feel like they're also still really good players. So seeing them be able to like compete in this tournament is gonna be fun to see their playstyle. But we also haven't even really seen the one girl's character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's still like a lot left to kind of do with it. But like you said, like the wand dance tournament, it was cool seeing everybody's kind of like reactions and like the different dynamics of the characters. We'll definitely get that as they're like watching each other compete, and I feel like that'll be really cool to see. You mentioned the two guys. Like obviously, there's going to be like really stiff competition because this tournament's pretty big, from what I can tell.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's in Tokyo. You know, it's going to be big. But yeah, it should be really good. I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I'm sure like we'll see some tough losses, but it'll be cool seeing the other characters, and like obviously the animations for like the Street Fighter moments are like really sick. So I'm definitely confident they'll have some more of those too.
All right, two things. First of all, White Lily was upset about being called the White Lily. It's what's going to be her saving grace, though, because she even brought up, she's like, "Oh, yo, you check out that website? It has a bunch of information about fighting games and like the players, in the competition space, right?" She's like, "Oh, am I in there?" Like, no. Why would you be in there? They're going to be. All four of them are going to end up being like globally ranked. You know what I mean? And they're going to be like making a name for themselves in this tournament. Being nicknamed the White Lily is how her mom's not going to find out. So she's pissed about it right now, but like if she used her name or something else like that, like she's getting in trouble. You know what I mean? Her mom's gonna see it like in some fucking poster or something, be like, "What the fuck?" And then she's dead. Like we've already seen evidence. Her mom's gonna kill her. It's how the anime ends. But
Yeah.
who do you think's gonna make it the farthest out of these four?
I'm gonna guess Mio just because she seems to be the most concerned with like how people adapt or like the
Mm-hmm.
other players' play style or like how they manage to pull wins and stuff. I think I'm gonna go with Mio, but I actually love that. Your point about her being named the White Lily,
Mm-hmm.
that is gonna be her saving grace. You were definitely cooking with that one. But I think if I had to bet, I would probably go Mio just because she seems like the most analytical maybe. And I feel like that would help you when you're watching other people. Like if you were watching two people and then you had to take the next one on,
Yeah.
I feel like that would benefit her more.
I think it's gonna be the MC. I don't think it's gonna be Mio because I think she's gonna get exposed this tournament. Not that
Or
she's
no,
gonna do bad.
not Mio, the brown haired girl.
Yeah. Because Mio's really good, but Mio is like she's like I don't even know how to put it, but like she needs games. You know what I mean? She starts off pretty rough, but then she adapts to the other player and then ends up overtaking them. So she's like a duration kind of player right now, and I feel like in this tournament it's gonna like not work out as well. But also she is way more of a feel kind of player. You know what I mean? Which is good. You know, a lot of the best players in the world are based off of their instincts, right, and their feeling of the game. But you need a lot of experience to really pull that off too. You know what I mean? And she's very inexperienced. Like we like met her in the beginning of the series where it's like of the season where it's like she isn't used to playing with other people. She never played anybody in like a LAN, you know, tournament. You know, she never like played against like actual friends. And when our MC first plays against her, she's like, "Wow, you fucking suck!" Like gets absolutely shit on. She needs.
She thought she was trolling the whole time. She's
exactly.
like, "Oh, you can't be this bad."
But then she ends up seeing that, oh wow, like she's actually like really good. You know what I mean? It's her inexperience that like is easy to expose, but when you play against like her like a lot, she's gonna fuck you up. But like I feel like that's the main thing, that her inexperience is gonna be the death of her in this tournament, and the main girl is gonna be really good in this tournament because she's also has a lot more experience with it. She's more analytical and way more like in the competitive scene. I think like she knew about the tournament. She knows about like the websites of like knowing against the other players. Like she knows the competition. You know what I mean? So I feel like she's gonna shine here. But Mio in the series is gonna like eventually be like Faker. You know what I mean? She's gonna be insane.
Yeah, exactly. Mitsuki, the MC, I definitely think she's the best, and like just the way she watches other people lends her to like a tournament style like competition, I guess, for lack of a better word. Mio, you're exactly right. Needs like multiple games.
Yeah.
She's not like a super crazy vet like Mitsuki is. So you're probably right. She'll probably have like a really good match, or she'll do like with one of the boys. She'll have like a really, really competitive match, and I think it'll like raise eyebrows. But I see Mitsuki going the furthest of the four girls.
Yeah, like right now, I'm personally binging on the side World Trigger. Fucking sick anime, I gotta say, it's awesome. But like, there's a character in there that's like that too, where like he has like a side effect where like if he like sleeps, you know what I mean, he can like digest everything he's like witnessed. So like he learns at like such a gross rate, like it's insane. So like,
Ooh, that's sick.
he goes against one of the top guys and he's like, "Yo, like let's do a best of 10, right?" He's like, "But my only condition is 5 rounds in, I want to take a 15-minute break." He's like, "All right, bet." So dusts some 4-1 in the beginning, right? After the 15-minute break, comes back and loses 6 straight, or like 5 straight, like and loses like 6-4. And he's like, "Fuck!" And they're like, "Yeah, like he learns. He learned all of your moves pretty much, and like was able to like scale and like destroy." I feel like that's good, like Mio's kind of like competition type. You know what I mean? Where like.
Yeah.
The longer it goes on, the more she's going to learn about you and know about you and study you and get a feel for you, and then she's really going to have you. So, like, the first tournament, she might struggle, but, like, as she builds experience on that, but also gets to know and play against these players, she's going to, like, understand and be able to beat them in the next tournament or the tournament after that. But you're going to have a lot of the same people, but also Mio doesn't really play ranked. Like, they're playing against each other. Like, I feel like once they, like, are able to connect, like, to the internet, you know what I mean, because the school doesn't really allow it, and, like, actually, like, play in, like, a ranked setting, they're going to just, like, get so much better at the game.
That's a very good point. They're basically just playing each other. So you're seeing the same moves and same characters that the girls are good with. I imagine like they'll end up having like a common space, like a, you know, gaming cafe or some situation where like they can get together and play online and stuff. Especially like you said, if they get like notoriety and they start getting ranked, they're going to have to be playing in that competitive space like more frequently.
I feel like that's what's going to happen. It's going to have like an arc where it's like, oh, to get into this tournament, you need to have like a certain elo. And they're like, oh, fuck, well, we have to grind rank in order to get entrance into this tournament type of thing. I feel like that's what's going to end up happening. But I also feel like it also is helping them right now to play against each other because they're all, like, really good players, you know what I mean? Like, it's iron sharpens iron. You're not against some fucking animal in ranked where you're just able to beat up on them, like, fairly easy. So I feel like that's also going to help them, like, get stronger.
Yeah, dude, I'm looking forward to it. I think the tournament will be a lot of fun. It'll definitely be, like, a good growth arc for them within the game. But it'll be cool, too, seeing, like, if they blow up in popularity, and just kind of like how that changes things, or like if they get you know, like everybody at school finds out that they're like competitive gamers, that'll be cool too. So I'm looking forward to it.
Right now they think they're lesbians, so I mean,
yo, the scene at the end though, they're holding hands, you know, towards the end.
But the roommate was so funny. She's like, "Oh, look, where are you going?" She's like, like Tokyo, like to just hang out. And she's like, "Oh, really?" She's like, "Yeah, with like Mio and some friends." Like, the White Lily. Oh, you're going on a trip with the White Lily.
So good, dude. The roommate is rooting so hard for him, and then like,
funny.
Yeah, just even that dynamic is really funny, and like I feel like she's been in almost every episode. So yeah, they haven't missed yet.
Dude, it's such a good anime. And honestly, I'm loving like whenever like we've been getting so many like video game animes that are just so goddamn good. Like this one again, Shangri-La Frontier. If you haven't watched Shangri-La Frontier, honestly watch it. It's an anime that religiously drops 24 episode seasons, a season a year, and it is just peak. It is just awesome. It's incredible. Just like this, you have a lot of like niche references like to video games, like from a gamer. You know what I mean? So it's super relatable. The animation is incredible, and the arcs are insane. It's like the filler arcs are like what Shangri-La is like goated for. It's insane. They're so intriguing and fun, and still related to the plot. So it's amazing. But anyways, the fact that we have another video game anime that's like really fucking good, it's like, all right, like we're eating good. Like all the genres, especially the niche ones, have been phenomenal. Because we've talked about how the romances lately have been incredible.
Yes, definitely. And I think we've touched on this a bunch of times on the pod. Just like anime in general, I feel like the level of quality has been like taken up, and it's not just like the major studios or like the big three type thing of that season. Like
Yeah.
there's so many niche animes or like subgenres of stuff that isn't just like shonen
Yeah.
or even romance. Everything has come up several levels, and it's really cool to get into different stuff. Like growing up, basically all you had was whatever you could watch on Toonami.
Yeah.
But now that you have access to this massive library, I think it's a lot easier to get into stuff you wouldn't normally like see and maybe take a chance on.
Oh, 100%. Especially like Crunchyroll sucks, and you have your ships and stuff, but like being able to just have like a big library to like be able to like find stuff, and also just like talk to people about like World Trigger is something I'm binging right now. Episode 46 I'm on. Something I was recommended to, you know what I mean? Stuff you see online where it's like, ooh, like that clip looks pretty cool. Let me check this out. It's like, oh, this is pretty fucking awesome. You know what I mean? It's like you're able to just binge on an egregious amount of anime that you never knew was out there.
Dude, that's so true. Especially like, I mean, just between like, Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, like seeing something on Reddit, it's like, oh, maybe I'll check this manga out, or maybe I'll check this anime out. Like, or you just seeing one clip, you're like, all right, that's worth me giving it, 30 minutes. So social media definitely helps, but also like being able to talk to people and recommend it.
Yeah.
I've, both been recommended and, given people anime that they loved, and that's honestly part of the joy in it too.
Yeah, like I mean, some of like the peakest shit, has been stuff that's like very niche, like My Bicycle Last Train. Little clip you see on TikTok, and it's like that manhwa was phenomenal, still is. It's so enjoyable. But Black Torch is something that like I didn't see. I just saw people talking about it, and even then, I feel like it's not being pushed to the season, but like very, very enjoyable. Even though we're not talking about it in this episode, like still so enjoyable each and every week. Where I just look forward to it. It's so like fun to watch. So like yeah, like it's been a lot of fun. Velma and Up's Villainess is also one that is just hitting each and every week. Bro, it is so good. I love that Lily is like starting to like realize like, ooh, you might be somebody else. Because like she brought up the mention of like the gold, like wardrobe. And she's like, oh wait, that's only this like group that wears that. Like, did she slip up or did she mean to say that? You know what I mean? I'm like, ooh, Lily's starting to put it together.
That's the first time somebody's kind of like caught her red-handed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And been like, well, she what's her name? Keigetsu wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
She would have never known that or worn that or said that. And she comes off as like being dumb or like she's wrong about like several things in the episode, but then she puts it together and you're like, you know what's going on. She definitely has a clue. And I think so does the I think his name's Eagle Eye or whatever.
The captain.
He's definitely getting it together. And then also I think it's like the Royal Highness or whatever. I don't really understand the structure of this, like
it's kind of confusing. There's like a whole bunch of levels. I don't get it either, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm here for it. But, one episode at a time. But she definitely was like, the fact that Rayrin didn't show up is like extremely unusual.
Yeah.
Like they're both exhibiting behaviors. We kind of talked about that. Like eventually they're gonna do things that are that is their character, but not like the body they took. And like we finally saw it this episode.
Bro, I love that Lily's like warming up to her too, because like Lily and her like meant to be like best fucking friends. Like, word of the episode is grit, you know what I mean? And they both fucking have that. Like the fact that like Lily doesn't take shit, you know what I mean? She's like, yeah, people are like looking at me and like calling my mom a whore. She's like, yeah, I fucking death stared them, you know what I mean? I fucking let them know I'll fuck you up, and they walked away, they scurried away. And she's like, good, that's how you fucking handle that shit. I'm like, dude, these two girls are just like the bestest of friends that like were like that's like the best outcome of this, is that not only did she get like a good healthy body that she never had her entire life, she got her best friend, you know what I mean? I feel like no matter what happens, they're gonna be there for each other the entire series, and I'm all for it, which is so good because like Lily deserves that. Like, you see how it's just treated before, like you just feel so bad. Like, she doesn't deserve it at all. Like, she's just like the runt of like this area. I don't know the palace, you know what I mean? she's like the runt of it, where like she's constantly being bullied by everybody, getting like stares, looks, comments. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? So the fact that she has somebody who's like very kind to her and is like, yo, let me like give you the best garments, I want you to look the best. Like, I'm excited for her to pull up, and everyone sees Lily like, damn, like Lily's like looking what's up. You know what I mean? She's looking the role of like the highest, like I forget the, it's a lot to keep track of, like court ladies or the maidens or whatever. I forget like what the term is, but she's the highest one for her.
Yeah, like the power structure of these maidens and
It's so
court
elaborate.
ladies. It feels very like old, like Chinese royalty or like
Yeah.
Japanese royalty. So like a little tough to follow because it's not something I'm like familiar with, but it is really cool.
They also make it confusing because Apothecary Diaries is the same shit, but they very simplify it. It's not like all over the place. It's like very like simple.
Yeah, it is a little tough to keep track of, but like I'm kind of getting, who's who together.
Yeah.
Seika, it's the fact that Rayrin is like dead set on like, I don't want to call it revenge, but like, having like a talk or whatever. She keeps like pounding her fist, like kind of for what Seika, the like highest lady, put Lily through. Like she, like you said, they're basically friends, and she wants to like stick up for her, and she thinks what she made Lily do is incredibly wrong. But then you have Keigetsu, calling in because she can't handle, her fever or find the medicine. And she literally has to phone a friend. Rayrin helps
Phone
her.
an enemy. Phone the person that you hate the most, that you tried to kill and swap bodies with. You're like, yo, how do we fucking deal with this body, bro? Like, I've been in bed for 2 weeks. Like, I can't stay there.
She's basically like, yeah, I didn't know you were this fucked up. And she's like, you're just hyperventilating. Basically, like, yeah, you're just kind of being dramatic.
You gotta be a pussy.
She helps her out. And then she immediately is like, oh, I have to demean her and make fun of her.
Yeah.
Like, oh, God, this girl sucks. But, like, the dynamic of it is still really funny. And then Lily comes in and was like, oh, you heard me coming and you blew it out, didn't you? Yeah, not quite, but, you'll get there, Lily.
You're getting there. You're starting to see it. Dude, that's the funny part where she's like, listen, like, your body, your life is actually kind of great. Like, you have a lot going for you. Like, you want to swap back? Like, I feel bad that you got my shitty life.
She offers to swap back. She's like, you got a really good thing going here.
like, I know my life kind of sucks. Like, if you want to swap, we can. And she's like, no, fuck that. I'm like, you know what? Like, I don't think her pride's ever going to let her swap. And, like, that's the greatest thing for RMC. Because, like, she is living the best life here. You know what I mean? She's like, yo, dude, I love how she said that. She's like, I've been nothing but happy since we swapped. Like, this is great. I don't know what you're complaining about.
I feel bad.
Like, can you imagine being jealous of somebody, swapping with them, and then they pity you? Like, that's just fucking so sad.
Honestly, the ultimate, like, skill issue.
Yeah.
Right there. But, dude, I'm always cracking up, too, because she, like, always references, like, the farming, and, like, she's picking all kinds of stuff, and she's like, I can do this and not, like, run out of breath. It's like, low-key, like, mad insulting, but she definitely deserves it. Keigetsu is a nasty person.
Dude, and I think she's gonna start to realize, like, a lot of the troubles of, like, being the top girl, quote-unquote. Because, like, she even said that she got, like, a present, and she's like, I'd be careful about that. Like, you shouldn't just accept everything from anybody, because, like, there's some people out to get you. I hate to break it to you. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta watch your back a little bit.
They really highlighted that in this episode. She makes a comment about the incense burner, like, well, that could be suspicious, you know what I mean? Like, you should definitely be more thorough before taking gifts.
Yeah.
And Keigetsu definitely does not get that. And then also the pressure of Seika being like, how the fuck is Rayrin not here? Like, she's always here. Even if she's feeling unwell or, like, she's hurt, she's always at, like, the festivals and, like, presenting herself and stuff. Yeah. I don't think she can keep up with that pressure either. She'll hit a breaking point where it's like, yeah, this is way more than I bargained for.
But, like, again, I don't think her pride's gonna let her, like, stop or swap. You know what I mean? Because, like, she had the opportunity this episode, and, like, she just was like, no, like, I'm good. And the other girl's like, yo, I'm happy as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, your plan didn't work.
Yeah, dude, in fact, it did the opposite. Gave her a worse life, and, Rayrin is having, like, literally the time of her life.
Yeah. Bro,
I thought it was mad suspicious that Keigetsu's parents both were like, yeah, we're gonna both commit suicide, like, out of the blue. Like, I feel like there's more to that plot line.
I kind of forget it because we're watching, like, a lot of shit at once, but they explained that. Something happened. Like, there was some breaking point that, like, made them get to that, yeah.
I have to go rewatch it, but I was, like, thinking about it, and it's like, damn, they really just were like, all right, yeah, fuck it, we're out of here. Like, that would be tough, but still, you can't use that to, like, justify Keigetsu being, like, a terribly spiteful and, like, cold person.
I don't know. I kind of can see it, and I, like, because the thing is that, like, All right, so like her family's under all this pressure. Her parents commit suicide, right? So she loses her parents at a young age, and she like found them. That's pretty traumatic, right?
Yeah,
And
that's
then she
rough.
gets taken in by like a higher up, and then is like ridiculed because of that, because everyone else is jealous. You know what I mean? Like, oh, like why are you here? You shouldn't be here. Like you're trash. And kind of like being stepped on and spit on all the time. Like I can kind of see how like you would inherit that. You know what I mean? Because that's like what you grew up with. So that's what you do to other people now. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the weak are the ones who are going to torment the weak. You know what I mean? Because they've been tormented their whole life and they feel shitty about that. You know, so it's like I can kind of see where she's coming from, and you also can see that by her surprise of how nice the MC is this episode, where it's like, wait, what? Like you're helping me? Like why are you saying that my name's beautiful? You know what I mean? Like no one's ever complimented my name. Like starts blushing and shit. Like I feel like their little talks are gonna become more and more commonplace, and like they're gonna get along. And it's like this is the first time someone's been nice to me. I'll like swap or something like that, or like I'll do something to like help. You know what I mean? Like I feel like this is like the start of her development arc of like becoming a good person.
I think you might be right with that, especially just because Seika is like definitely a spiteful bitch.
Yeah.
She sucks. And she literally comments on the other two girls, calls the one squirrely. You know, even though she's got that like kind of lolly look to her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she had like a smile, didn't seem terrible. But the other girl was like emotionless. And I forget how she describes her, but it's definitely not in an endearing
Sulky.
way. Yeah, so like
She looks fucking depressed.
she looks depressed, disgusting. But like I can see
the
all of
emos
them
are
kind
running rampant.
Yeah, chill, enjoy the goth girl. Here,
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Thankful. But it seems like they're all kind of like catty or in a way cold, which kind of like highlights Raven's personality being so like vibrant.
Yeah.
And dude, she definitely hit her with that Rizzler line right there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, your name's so beautiful. Writing her name out in water. It was like, ooh. Again, just sticking and turning the knife, dude.
But like, yo, I'd be kind of sulky too if I was in that position, because like you have to like compete against all these other girls. It's very political. It's something where you're really getting into. Because the one girl even says like, yo, like be careful of like the people that send you stuff. Like not everything is gonna be like some presents are gonna be like, you know, disguised. You know, like they're not gonna be like, you can't trust everything. You can't trust everyone. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I'd be pretty miserable too. That sounds like ass.
Dude, so true. Like all of their situations, like you said, it's basically like a competition. They're all pitted against each other to some degree for status and respect. Like, yeah, that sounds pretty fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But I think again, like they do that to kind of highlight how sweet Raven is, and I think her and Lily's entrance when they come in is gonna be absolutely fire. They're gonna like blow the doors off the place.
Dude, I cannot wait. It's gonna be awesome. Everyone's like, yo, like, weren't they like exiled to like some fucking shitty shed? Like, how are they so happy? How are they looking lavish? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on here? So I cannot wait for everyone to kind of see the new versions of them. And I'm like, yo, the next episode's gonna be peak.
Yeah, I agree. Next episode will be super hype. And again, I feel like this is kind of like the theme of the season. Like everything's just super fun to watch. Like very enjoyable.
You know what's funny about the season? Everything's at the beginning of the fucking week. You know what I mean?
That is true, dude.
Everything's at the start of the week of the season, so like it's kind of crazy being like with a villainess on like a Sunday. That's typical. But like we watched everything so far this week because we've recorded late. It's Wednesday, so like 2 or 3 animes already dropped. You know what I mean? So when we get the Black Torch and villainess at the end of the week, it's like, yo, it's like it feels like it's been forever. You know what I mean? All the new stuff dropped ages ago. We've already watched it. You know what I mean? What do we gotta wait for this? You know what I mean? It's tough. It's interesting.
It's so nice not having like everything on like one day, like Saturday, Sunday. You got like the big list to binge. I've always been a fan. We love an early week anime drop.
Dude, for real, it's been nice to say the least. But this season has been phenomenal. It's been really good. It's been great. I'm excited for next season as well. Again, don't mean to bring it up, especially, you know, if no one watches it, you know, it's kind of like not a part of all of this. But again, Shangri-La Frontier, you guys got to watch it. I want to double check real quick. Is Shangri-La dropping a season next season in fall? It might. And if it does, again, you gotta watch it. Anyone at home who hasn't seen it, you gotta watch it. If you started it and dropped it, go give it more of a try, because people complained it was slow at first, and that's why a lot of people ended up dropping it. But it is amazing, and it is dropping season 4 soon. I think it's in winter. Yeah, so winter 2027, listen to this beginning of the lineup. Shangri-La Frontier season 3, peak. Sakamoto Days. And then we also have the guy who's interested that isn't a guy at all, which is going to be like the greatest fucking Yuri of all time. Marriage Toxins coming out season 2. But anyways, this season's peak. We have so much peakness coming. Again, anime is never going to slow down. It's going to be amazing. So we hope you guys are enjoying. We hope you guys are excited. And again, check out some of these animes if you haven't watched them. They're incredible. But that is it. We'll see you guys next week. And peace.